Now, this illustration deals with industrial, commercial, and institutional type buildings in accordance with the exception now to 250.68 as in car 1. Now, notice the whole key before we get into this illustration, talk about it in depth here. To the right, notice that we have a metal water pipe system, and it's exposed per authority having jurisdiction, where they say, yeah, it's okay. Where it goes through say a concrete floor, then it's considered exposed there through a concrete wall. We get that information here in this exception. It's maintained now by qualified people in accordance with the exception to 250.68C1. Then notice that we can connect that grounding electrode conductor anywhere. We do not have to connect it within 5 foot where it enters into the building, as long as we can comply with the exception to 250.68C1. So the sizing would be the same. We have 250 kc mil conductors terminated to a main and the service equipment. The lugs comply with 110.14A, B, and C. The supply side bonding jumper complies with 250.94, sized by 250.102C1, which refers you to the table 250.102C1 for supply side bonding jumper. And notice again, it would be number 2. The grounding electrode conductor, though, would be sized from table 250.66, and it would be number 2. So what is the difference here? We can connect the grounding electrode conductor anywhere in the building, as you see in this illustration, as long as we comply with that exception. It's continuous and unbroken. And we have qualified maintenance people to see that this condition of the grounding electrode system is maintained, so there's no break in the water piping system in any way. The grounded neutral conductor, again, has to comply with 250.24C1 and 250.24D. That main bonding jumper has to comply with 250.28. So we get a good feel. In fact, it's 250.28D as in dog 1, and if it's a conductor, it's the same size as your grounding electrode conductor, and the grounded conductor used in an effective ground fault path means. So that's what this figure 16-89A is illustrating. You do not have to ground within 5 foot where the water pipe enters into the building, where it is considered an electrode by 250.52A1, where 10 feet or more of it is in the earth. You can connect to it anywhere that's accessible and have access to it, as long as it's a continuous water pipe from point to point.